Try not to laugh to this CrackerMilk podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the CrackerMilk podcast. Remember, uncut, extended, uncensored version. Where is it, Emily?
It's on Patreon.
That is right. Every week we release the uncut version. They're always full on and nasty, and we love doing them. So go check them out for as little as like $2. You can get all of our extra content. We also do deleted skits and all sorts of stuff on there. Thanks for listening. Welcome, everyone. I am joined by Elias DeWedger, Goob, Emily Christopher, and myself, Connor McDuff, on another episode of the CrackerMilk podcast. Now, it's good to be here. There's only one girl, which means the yapping is at 70% less. It's not that two girls, your yapping increases evenly. Two girls means so much fucking shrieking, yapping, it's shrill sounds where you just ignore the group conversation and chat about your vaginas and your periods. That's all you guys do, and I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Sorry. I don't mean to get up you like that. It's just that...
Bold of you to assume that I can't make up for the lack of the other girl here with my yapping by myself. And I'd like to start with...
Yeah, go on. What would you like to start with? I don't know how you do. I don't know how you're like, I don't like it when we don't have a plan to talk. You will fucking talk. You can talk about anything.
Mum said when I was a kid I could talk under wet cement. She put me under wet cement.
Yeah, and said, talk your way out of this one, dickhead. Yeah. And you did.
Can we just quickly...
address the elephant in the room?
Yeah. No, I was going to say quickly touch on childhood punishments, because speaking of my mum and wet cement, when I swore once when I was a kid, she genuinely actually washed my mouth out with soap. Did that happen to anyone else?
Whoa,
a bar of soap on the tongue?
I never got soap on the tongue, but I remember when I was really, really little, like 4, I was playing with pegs and I very cruelly put a peg on her dog's ear, like on the end of it. I didn't think it would hurt.
Might not have known.
I was very young. But don't worry, I got mine because my nana grabbed me by the fucking neck about an hour later and put 2 pegs on my ears. Not my foreskin, you sick fuck.
Oh, that's right.
I don't have one. And and said, how do you like it? And I went, I don't at all. And she went, then don't fucking do it to my dog. And I went, holy shit, I'm so sorry.
Honestly, fair.
Yeah, fair enough. I got, and then I took a shit on the lawn because I wanted to be like a dog. That was around the same time.
Yeah.
I think she made you think you want to be a dog.
Was that the catalyst of you
Do you want to know what's crazy?
Is that what sparked your love of...
I don't think I've said this story, but I loved The Lion King a lot growing up, and I loved Timon and Pumbaa.
Oh, I know what.
And
I don't like how you say
Are you about to announce your fetish?
I loved them so much, and I loved all the bug eating stuff, and I thought it was cool, so I wanted to be like them, and I can't admit this.
Well,
I would literally ask my mum if she was like making sandwiches, if I could have like a slice of ham, but she could put it on the floor so I could eat it off the floor like an animal, because I wanted to be like Timon and Pumbaa. So I would pretend it's a bug. I would pretend it's a bug, and I would hop up ham off the floor saying it tastes like chicken. Like they would.
Wait, she did it for you? She said, yeah, sure, I'll slap a piece of ham on the floor.
Imagine me at 5 being like, Mom, throw ham on the floor! Throw ham on the floor so I can eat it!
She'd just do it.
I'd be like, fucking...
I'd do it for my own sanity.
I will say, though,
you would do it for your kid too, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would.
You fucking
and he'd probably
would.
tell me
and you would enjoy it. You'd be like, there you go! Have fun!
I will say, though, those bugs look mighty delicious.
They did look juicy and tasty.
Yeah, I'm not crazy for eating ham off the floor.
Nah.
No.
Did anyone else have a crush on any childhood cartoon character?
Yep, the squirrel from the other Sword and the Stone.
Oh my God, that squirrel was hot.
Yeah, I loved that the squirrel was so into him, and I thought it was really, as a kid, for some reason, it really excited me that she was so crazy about him, and then he was not into it. And I was like, what the fuck? Why wouldn't you be into her? She's so cute.
Me too.
Oh, because it's a rodent! What's wrong with me?
I watched that movie so many times as a kid when she's stroking him with her tail.
Yeah, what the fuck? Okay, I'm so glad I'm not the only freak. I thought that was...
I loved that movie.
Because she is the least, like, human...
No, okay, mine
squirrel.
was...
It's just me being into a squirrel.
After eating ham off the floor, you beat into the fucking squirrel.
There's years in between here.
I personally had a crush on the fox who played Robin Hood.
Yeah, he was cool. I loved Robin Hood. What was it? There was something about certain characters that always appeared. Like red and orange characters were always really visually fun to look at. Like Scar from The Lion King.
Yeah, I never had a thing for Scar.
No, not a sexual thing. Like they just cool. Like
how long have you wanted to fuck Scar?
Well, Jeremy Irons voices Scar, so quite a while. But I just mean like the characters that I always thought were cool artistically were always the ones that were like a deeper red, like Pumbaa,
Pain and Panic from Hercules.
Who?
Pain and
Are they
Panic.
the little like
Hercules.
gargoyles?
Bless my soul.
What about Meg
Was on a
from
roll.
fucking
Oh,
Meg is
I
so
love
hot.
Who are these people?
Meg is so hot from
You've
Hercules.
never seen Hercules?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's Pain and...
They're little minions of
the
Hades.
minions.
Do you know
They
what
are cool.
I saw?
the demons.
Excuse me, Smidge.
They're like gargoyles?
There's a puppy on my lap.
Or am I-
They look
No,
like
they're
grot-
like little
grots.
minions. I saw a TikTok yesterday of a girl who was sitting in front of the TV looking at her friend, not looking at the TV behind her. And her friend was on Disney Channel and she kept playing like the first second of every Disney movie and the girl would be like, Pocahontas, Pinocchio, like got it. And I was like, I wonder if I could do that.
Do you want that person? Do
Probably.
you want to know something about that person? Though I can tell you this is a fact. They went to Disney and were banned because they kept dressing up as characters, and they said that's
Yeah,
for
that's not
staff.
Disney
Don't do
bounding.
that. I fucking found that so weird. When someone brought up to me that you weren't allowed to come in as characters, I went, "That's stupid." And then I went, "That's." I went, "No, it's because kids approach them.
Kids will
and
go
I'm
up
like,
to you and think,
who
and then if
the
you're not,
fuck is dressing up at a fucking child's park as an
Oh,
adult and
yeah.
then
I
doing
wouldn't-
that?"
I
you're
wouldn't
at-
want to do that.
You're at
either.
Jedi Land. You want to be a Jedi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that weird? Like when you go to Universal in
California.
Japan,
Oh.
everyone is dressed up, including Disneyland. But everyone in Universal is dressed up. So either everyone's rocking up to the park. I'm lining
Yeah,
up next
but
to
it's
fucking
different.
minions, and
Yeah,
I'm lined up
it's
next to
different.
fucking wizards. Everyone is in outfits. Even in Disneyland Japan, people dress up, but it's different in Disneyland. They wear like the merch. It's so crazy to me that adults in fucking America get in trouble. Like, hey, please stop harassing children. You are not Princess Jasmine.
Well, they have very strict rules about their staff and the way that they have to
Interact with
conduct
kids,
themselves. I read that if you're a character, if a kid gives you a hug, you can't be the first one to
Let go.
stop the hug.
Yeah.
You have to wait for them to let go, which is so sweet. And another thing,
I'm abusing that. I'm taking my nephew and I will tell him like, don't let go. Don't let go. And I just want to see.
I've seen videos of like
"Come on."
characters and they're holding the kid and the kid won't let go and they deal with it so well. And the other thing is, if you're a character performer at Disney, you are never allowed to say online, I dress up as
No, you're
this
not. And-
character. You just have to say my friend.
You know what?
Whoa.
I had multiple people that
Crazy.
I knew go to Tokyo in America as Disney princesses. They would post photos of them at work. In the caption, they were like, "Refer to me as
yeah, they even
Alice,
tell people.
Tinkerbell, Ariel. Refer to me."
I guess
Talk
it's
to
all
me.
about keeping the
because
magic
they're not
alive.
allowed to say this is a character I play. It's refer to these.
Okay, I'm really
characters.
enjoying this conversation. I have more Disney trivia. Did you know at the Disney, I'm not a Disney adult, at the Disneyland parks, they have formulated a special color.
Go away, green.
Yes.
I'm not dumb. We all know this.
How fascinating. So they paint the trash cans and all that stuff
All the
in
buildings,
this go away
yeah.
green because it's a special green that they designed to be the least eye-catching color that they could
You know what they
find.
did? They looked at one of their babies' nappies and
Yeah.
went, "That is the
Go
ugliest
away."
green I've ever fucking seen," and said, "Let's paint buildings in our theme park diarrhea shit green."
That's what happened.
And they did it, and now it works because no one wants to look at diarrhea. Isn't that fucking restaurant there that takes like Club
30
like there's a restaurant that's like so exclusive you need to be on a reservation list for
There's
like 5
lots
years.
of restaurants, like the Pirates of the Caribbean restaurant, where it's like in the ride.
Well, I
you
went
have to
went
reserve.
through the Pirates ride, and it is
love
really
that
cool because
ride.
you go through, and then it's just all these people eating under like stars.
Yeah,
and
it looks like they're outside
Yeah.
at nighttime. It's daytime, and you're inside.
It is kind of odd though to think that you're just sitting there eating, and the spectacle is on a boat looking at you as you like they're on a ride and you're having dinner, and they're just as they walk past. I never went on. We went to Disneyland when I was a kid, and my dad was like, "You can go on anything you want except for what's that? It's a Small World." He's like, "You're not going on It's a Small
It's
World."
boring.
It's a small world. He said it. He's like, I went on that, and it's
a-
like, it's the fucking worst thing. Trust me. But I was scared of roller coasters, so I didn't go on anything.
Yeah, same.
Wait, you didn't go on the Indiana Jones ride?
I did, and I cried my eyes out.
Oh, you did? Oh,
That
how
ride's
embarrassing.
awesome.
I got
That
pushed
ride is
onto
so
it
awesome.
by my
You've been
parents.
to Disneyland? Guys, let's go to Disneyland.
I'd be so keen. I would love to go to LA with
Game
all
us
of us.
ups. Can you send us to Disneyland?
Hey, speaking.
Is it too early
Hey,
to ask them
speaking-
for
Before
that?
Harrison Ford dies.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Gamer Subs, if you want 10% off your Gamer Subs order, a very, very delicious drink, supplement for soft drink, supplement for bad food because it's got some caffeine. It'll suppress that appetite. Drink it up. It's really
10% off or
10% off.
It is 10% off.
No, the free shipping's done. So it's 10% off.
Cool.
Use our link in the description below. We get a percentage of those profits. And more importantly, we're fucking obsessed with the drink and they love us.
More importantly, the best flavor is Sakura Splash.
It's not.
I cannot.
It's not the best flavor.
Yes,
Raw
it
meat's the
is.
best
I
flavor.
cannot stress enough how obsessed Emily is with.
I've nearly gone
Game
through a whole
subs.
jar.
You know what?
Luckily,
Can
but you know what? It mustn't be too highly caffeinated because I have 3 scoops a day and I am sensitive to caffeine. I'm thinking
Emily, that's a
once
shot of coffee each scoop. It's 100 milligrams of coffee. You're just having.
I feel really calm afterwards.
Yeah, because you got fucking ADHD, bro.
Yeah.
But also, if you want more Sakura Splash, instead of taking the CrackerMilk pot,
You want me to order it myself?
No. Are you out of your mind? You don't need to order it. Look down the fucking barrel of the lens and ask Gamer Subs right now for Sakura Splash. And
Gamer
by next
Subs.
week, by the time we record the next one,
Yeah.
you'll be holding a new fucking thing.
Gamer Subs, can I please have 2 more Sakura Splash? Because I
Two
just finished
more?
one.
Just ask for one.
No, 2. Do you know what?
No, not 2.
Maybe I'm so cute and nice. They'll like me. Maybe 1 normal one and 1 caffeine free. Actually, you have a caffeine free one in your cupboard that I haven't tried yet. I could just try that. I'll leave it here. I'll just try a little
Try
bit.
it. No, you'll scoop half of it out in a bag. You take all my fun stuff. No, you get
Do you know
one.
what? I will bring back my empty container of Sakura Splash so you still have it on the shelf to display because eventually we're going to do up a nice little
But
setup
what
in
if
the
I
back
want to?
here.
What if I want to have Sakura Splash?
No, it's mine. You
Fair, okay.
can have the jar so that it can still be advertised, but I will eat all that one. Do you know what? I am so classic ADHD. I'm hyper focused on this one. I will drink it till I cannot stand the sight of it anymore and it doesn't give me any dopamine, and then I will switch to another flavor. But right now I'm knee deep in that baby. I'm knee deep in that bad boy.
I want to say what's happening to Emily doesn't necessarily happen to everyone that has Gamer Subs. You can just have a normal, healthy relationship with it. Use code CrackerMilk for 10% off your order. Thank you. Now,
We do
guys,
appreciate it.
the Olympics is over. Australia did very well in most events. We actually cleaned up. We have like some
Yeah, we did
ridiculous,
great.
disproportionate representation of the Olympics because our
fourth?
population
Well,
is
we finally
tiny.
had more women than we've ever had this year across the Olympics in
Speaking
general.
of women
and
athletes,
that's awesome.
the breakdancing has become what we're known for, which is fantastic that we came dead fucking last in an event and everyone's stoked on it. And of course,
I mean, it's made some really great memes.
yeah, and look, I tell you what, very funny, very entertaining.
Connor's
Not
got
an
to be in his
athlete,
bonnet about this.
not an athlete, not an Olympian. Got in because her husband ran a fucking committee and put her in.
Allegedly.
And then everyone was saying this is actually the best we got. I was talking to Amy, Goob's partner, and she was saying this is the best we got. Ain't no fucking way. She went there and then got on camera and admitted I was never going to win against them, so I decided to fuck around. She wrote a PhD on breakdancing. All of this was a free ride to say she's an Olympic fucking breakdancer and then gets a 0 by the judges, all of them. We come dead last. And now the whole country's fucking obsessed with her. We got real goddamn athletes winning shit. She's flopping on the fucking ground like a goddamn dickhead. I want real breakdancing. I can break.
I do.
He can break.
Wonder.
Not dance, but he can
Mentally break.
Yeah.
I mean, I am no expert in breaking, okay? I don't have roots in breaking, so I feel like I cannot judge her performance. But the fact that the people who are experts in breaking gave her a 0 makes me think maybe we could have had a bit of an open call. We could have had a call out.
People say this, and I think this is fair. They go, she went up there and gave it a go. That's the Australian spirit. What I think is, there's probably a fucking human being out there that's not married to someone on a dancing committee that selects people for the Olympics that's a really good break dancer that probably could even come dead last comparative to the rest of the world, but still probably would get a score, like a number value
Connor,
for their dance.
Then we wouldn't have the memes.
Yeah, we wouldn't have the memes and her responding to the haters saying they're sexist and saying they're pigs. And great, now this person is going to represent dancing in our country. And I think that's really good. You know who I think should represent dancing in our country? Bob Irwin.
Oh, do you know what? I'm actually really keen for LA Olympics. I feel like it's going to be so ham.
How are we going to follow up that? I keep saying that. Like,
Yeah.
How?
L-
Yeah.
You have Paris, LA,
then
and then
LA,
our shithole Brisbane.
Brisbane. No, they're going to make it nice, and we have beaches. I don't know.
Well, who's going to come
LA.
out?
Pretty far away.
Everyone's going to be like, we did the LA one, like all the celebrities.
Yeah,
we've got
LA
no
will
one
be a
here.
massive year. And then
We'll open for the Brisbane
I think war
Olympics.
will break out.
Oh, I'd
Yeah.
kill myself.
Imagine if we're Brisbane
We'll
icons
sing
by
Nikki
then.
Webster's Strawberry Kisses. We'll bring it back.
Imagine if we're Brisbane icons by 2032 and we are opening the fucking Olympics. We're all running with a hand on the torch each, running it forward.
I hope it's the torch comes over and you see a bogan hold his Gatorade bong up
Oh,
and
yeah.
takes the torch.
I hope
just be
Elias.
Gamer Sups.
I hope Elias lights the torch by farting a lighter. Yeah, and it lights
That's
it
a
on fire.
torch.
Now that's a torch.
And they're like, oh, Brisbane accent.
So, with that in mind, the Olympics in 2032, what are you going to participate in? Because we've got time now to train. So, what's going to be your sport?
We did this
Hold
last
that.
week.
Hold that. Hold
Are
that.
you
Didn't even
serious?
watch the
Yeah, yeah.
podcast.
No, I didn't.
But we're just gonna
Paralympics
cover
running
roll.
would be my answer.
Oh, right. Yeah, we got to cut reroll. I don't know if I brought this up. I am currently doing a 100-day exercise challenge.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, I did know that. You're competing with, not competing, but,
But
you've
I'm
got
doing
like
it
a
with, so I'm
challenge.
doing it with James, Marty, Michael, Matt Brown.
How's that going?
Yeah,
Have you
good.
lost
I'm
any
doing
money
it,
yet?
Doing it with a couple of people. Nope.
Right.
So doing it with like 6 people, all the Marty and Michael gang and their friends. They are they always are incredible shape. So when they're like, I feel like a fat piece of shit, I'm working hard and I'm here with my fucking gut. I'm skinny fat with love handles, insecure about my fucking weight, buy size 30 pants. 1 week they fit me, 1 week they don't. The
Welcome to
cycle-
being a girl, babe.
Yeah, great. I'm so glad. So I'm doing the challenge and I have done 20, this is my 26th day. So I'm
How are you feeling?
Fine. Quarter of the way
Oh,
through.
okay.
Oh, it's good. Like it's good.
Dead on the inside.
It's good for everyone that's not aware. I'm doing a challenge where I have to work out, like I have to do heavy exercise for 30 minutes every day. There's 1 day a week. It can
And
be,
if you don't,
and
what
if
happens?
I don't, I owe everyone else in the group $800. So it's
Each.
So you end up paying right
Literally,
with the
you
group.
can't
it's
afford to not work out.
$4,000 you end up paying out to everyone
For 1 day of
I
this
don't have
exercise.
that money to pay. CrackerMilk will go
Take
under,
out a loan.
and
Yeah.
we will fail if I have to pay that money.
And I asked Connor, how do they know if you've exercised or not? Because me immediately looking for a
cheats.
cheat.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he's-
so the rules are you got to take a photo when you go into the gym. You got to take a photo when you leave the gym. You got to, if you are sick, you have to have a medical certificate.
Oh my God.
You have to provide a fucking medical certificate to your mates.
Yeah.
And
Because you
if
can still like walk or do some light weights, I
yeah.
guess.
So
if
what
you've
you can
got-
do 1 day a week can be light exercise.
Okay.
So you address that, and then the other thing is now the rule is if you miss your photo. So if you, because often people will take a photo of going in, and then we always forget to take a photo leaving.
Yeah.
But because they're fuckers, they're like, if you miss a photo, it's $50 to everyone. So now if you miss a photo, it's $250. So there's a lot of money to lose and a lot of money to make. But the thing is, and this is the
Oh, yeah, have you
benefit,
made money
no
from
one's
anyone?
made or lost any money because everyone's in it for the right reasons, which is to exercise. So we're all just there to help each other, and it's been fucking good. I'm just trying to lose weight now. Like I don't like being on camera and feeling insecure. It's gross.
Oh, I can definitely tell that, like, as you look at yourself, when my weight has fluctuated, like there are some where I look much puffier and heavier.
Yeah.
And then I can tell when I've been I do a musical theatre show at the end of
Yeah,
the year
'cause
called
you're-
Naughty Christmas. And
you always go
I've
hard for
started
that.
shredding for that now. And I can tell when it's like December because I'm like, oh, you're looking a bit skinny there. Good
yeah,
job.
I try
Emily.
very hard to. I'm going to try very hard, but
Oh,
it's
I've
good.
been so lazy this year. I feel like I've just like this is crunch time for me now. Like I need to
Yeah,
start.
you got to get sexy.
Oh, I'm sexy now, but when you're, you.
Was laughing at your response, not
Okay,
your
great.
fucking.
No, but when you have to be in like a skimpy little outfit and dancing and singing on stage at the same time, you do want to feel in peak condition, and I just can't stop. What's it called?
Eating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gamer subs helps. I should stop
It
saying
actually
that.
does.
We should really
Don't
stop
say
saying
that.
it suppresses your appetite.
Don't. I mean, caffeine suppresses your appetite, but that's not what it's for.
Oh, that's what it's for me. But yeah, life is good. We're all here.
Yeah. I need to jump up back on the bandwagon.
Yeah,
working out.
let's
I've
do a
been
CrackerMilk
little slack.
hangout day where we do a little workout together, like bouldering or something.
No, workout has to be.
What about like
workout.
go-karting or something? That's a fun workout.
That's not working
Breakdancing's
out.
an Olympic sport.
gaming.
So
We should do gaming.
No, guys, exercise.
Yeah, that's
I
exercise.
just wanna
Mental
go bouldering.
exercise.
I want
we
to go
could.
bouldering.
We could.
Yeah, we've been saying this for ages.
Ages. Yeah, I'd be so keen
We
to
could
go
drink.
and like be the loser I make fun of every day.
We could drink lots of coffee and then just do heavy weights in the garage.
Your bones will break.
I mean,
No, that's fun.
I take pre-workout and then do heavy weights, so I
Yeah,
could get
it's
around
fine.
I
that.
take coffee and do weights. Why you?
I take weights and do coffee.
We should
You
do a
don't?
thing where we have to try each other's exercises. Like I'll do one of your weight
bro.
sessions, then you
Fuck
guys
yous
come to
up.
one of my gym classes.
I reckon yours would be so cardio heavy.
But my gym is all about lifting heavy on a high heart rate. So you do a little bit, you do like a lot of cardio, and then the
And then
next
you
track
lift heavy.
immediately is like put the bar on your back and squat, bitch. And
Well,
you're like,
I do like
"Ah!"
40-minute sets. I think I'm not in there long enough, but I'm only in there for like 40 minutes.
I'm only
45
in there for like
minutes.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
After going to my gym for, I want to say after 3 years, I noticed a difference in my body composition, but it takes a long time. But like genuinely noticed a really cool change after 3 consistent years. Oh, not super consistent, but yeah, interesting.
I've just changed my diet because I was getting absolutely written off, stoned, and then buying sour Skittles. And you know what?
Yeah.
do that.
Do you know what your next challenge should be? And I do it with you, but I don't know if I'd survive.
One of the fucking guys wants to do this challenge all year. And I'm like,
No,
dude, I can't
that's too-
fucking afford that.
Yeah, because you'll
That's
give up.
I cannot afford
No,
that.
a challenge that I would love to do, but also I'm scared to and I don't want to do it is no sugar, apart from fruit. Like
I've done that
natural
for
sugars.
I've done that for a month.
I have done it before for 8 months. And I looked incredible. I was glowing. And my ex-husband was incredibly health conscious. And I was at a time in my life where I was really open to the idea and already not eating that much sugar. Now I'm just like, I use it as a crutch. I'm super addicted.
I don't give a fuck about sugar until I'm fucking stoned as shit. And then I
Stop
want to
getting
fucking
stoned.
stuff. And then I want to stuff my face.
Okay,
So now
but
I've stopped that.
when I
Now
tell
what I
you-
have is whole grain Vita wheat crackers as my snack.
Okay, that's
I had
great.
6 of them last night. No calories, no carbs, feeling good. Went to bed. You know what?
Some calories, some carbs.
Wanted an ice cream. Wanted a Maxi-Bon.
Yeah.
You know what? I had a green apple.
You should buy
Why don't
a
you?
big bottle of gum, genuinely.
And you've told me that. Yeah.
literally, in the first 7 months of working out, my only sugar was from gum.
Really?
Yeah, and it was
I
like,
don't need a lot
Just
of.
be
I-
careful. You can get a lot of gas that way because you're swallowing a lot of air.
I genuinely don't eat a lot of sugar, and like that's
Okay.
the only
Well, that's
time.
my problem. As soon as I quit sugar, like if I do like a few weeks without sugar, I lose like 5 kilos. But when I did it for 8 months, my taste buds changed.
Yeah, your
Things
sweetness.
started to taste sweet that weren't sweet before. So I'm gluten free now, but I used to eat oats, like plain oats with a bit of honey for breakfast in the morning. Plain oats now tasted sweet. And then one day I was at a birthday party and a friend had made the birthday cake herself and she went, Em, I know you're doing no sugar, but you have to try it. Like I made it
That
myself.
would have been
It's so
insanely
good.
sweet.
Oh, well, I felt like I had poured sugar into my mouth because I went, of course, whatever. By this point, I was like, I'm doing great. I'll just have a
Yeah.
bite of this. The next day,
Yeah.
sugar craving.
It's a drug.
So, but that's why I feel like you can't cut it out forever because
Can you shut the fuck up?
It's
and stop being so
impossible.
annoying,
I cut out soda. I think that's like the best thing.
dude.
for
Yeah,
diet.
and it's like
yeah,
nectar.
don't-
When you have soda again after not having it for ages, it
it
tastes,
tastes
like
too
syrup.
sweet. I
Yeah.
don't like soft drink unless it's Diet Coke.
The Canadian Olympians were sipping maple syrup in between their
The fuck?
Wait,
events.
that's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know what the event was, but it was something with sugar
Well,
as a
do you know
benefit.
what? A bit of sugar and a bit of carbs right before you go do something makes
good.
sense. Sometimes in the morning before the gym, if it's too, because I like to have a little something in my tummy, otherwise I feel like I've got no fuel to exercise. So sometimes I just have a teaspoon. Yeah, that too. I have a teaspoon of peanut butter and a teaspoon of honey.
Peanut butter is
just
so
the
good
two.
because of all the carbs and fat in it.
It's cummy.
Yeah.
It's got a cummy-like texture.
And then I got the
I don't
pre-workout.
think
Peanut
you
butter.
are working
The
out.
chunky-
properly.
the chunky one does. The chunky one does.
Guys,
Yeah,
guys,
for
guys.
sure.
What I'm trying to say is the crunchy peanut
Yeah,
butter
yeah.
as like a cummy texture.
Yeah, has a very cummy texture, the crunchy one.
And
Yeah.
color?
Yeah, it's identical almost.
I think you're
Mine's a
you're
little
coming
darker.
shit.
cum blood,
Come shit.
cum blood, cum blood,
Blood clots.
filthy mud blood.
Oh,
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy to me? What's crazy to me is I think about this. Elias has been with 2 different women who have coughed up blood.
Are you serious? He's looking at you like he doesn't agree.
Dumpies.
3.
He's confused.
That
Yeah.
one
Isn't
scares
that
me.
fucking
Coughing up
crazy,
blood
dude?
seems like a extreme thing to
Well,
happen.
now I'm not going to bring up the second one, but like I don't want to go there. It was that was another person. But the first one is phenomenal, Dumpies, which we won't say the real name of, but Dumpies is just one of the greatest people ever. When Elias went through his hippie phase, I went through we're both pretty hippie in other ways, but you went through a stronger hippie phase than me, and you met this girl. She was very, very pretty, but very like the world is. Everything is just a beautiful field, and let's just all get naked and do snow angels and fucking. Anyway, she like
Sounds fun.
rich parents lived with their parents and shit, and like had no responsibility and was wild. Came over once to my place and smoked backy bongs in my lounge room
What's
the first time.
that?
She stuffed a bong full of tobacco and smoked it, and it was just fucking.
Why not just don't smoke?
Dude, it was fucking disgusting. Anyway, she
really
would
bad
she
for
would
your
smoke
skin.
tobacco and would carry around tobacco to smoke. And the whole story, we told this before, is one day he was hanging out, she was hanging out with Elias, and she goes,
This
"Oh,
is our first date.
was that your first date?"
Yeah.
I like
And
what
you
you
continue to
thought.
date
it
her.
was.
I'll.
Elias
do you want
is
me to,
such an
like-
easy
Go
mark.
on, go
Yeah.
on, please.
So it was a first day. This is like 5 years ago or something like that. And having a good time. It's nice. We're driving around, and she was like, "Oh, do you want to get some dumpies?" And I was like,
Dumpy.
me thinking, I was like, "What's? I don't know what dumpies is. Does she mean like dumpster
Dumplings?
diving for food?"
And you're like, I'm
And I was
on
like,
board.
and I was like, I guess like I can see that's kind of cool. Like it's
That's
you're
Good for the
Insane.
environment.
it's it's good for there's
If
a
you
lot of
cook
good
the
stuff
meat
that
hot
gets
enough-
thrown away and stuff.
Listeners,
and
this was his hippie phase,
That,
okay?
that's
Okay, that's fine,
insane
that checks
thinking to
out.
be like first day and go,
Second
oh,
most
eating
insane thing.
trash is cool.
no,
He
because
didn't
I was
wash
like,
his. He bought plastic plates instead of washing up.
paper plates, thank you.
He bought paper.
Recycle.
Was that
Paper
the same
plates.
era?
Do you know
Insane.
what, Connor?
Paper
He
plates.
identified a weakness, and that weakness was washing up, and he thought of a way to solve it, to still keep his house clean, and that is to recycle everything that he eats.
You
up.
date a man. You date a man. You move in with him.
No, not if he's recycling his
That's
plates.
fucking
That was
Nice.
a long time ago. Okay.
Yes, and you're in a relationship during that. That's what shocks me the most.
Yeah, and I was the only one that did the washing up,
As
Were you
in,
really?
You're the
Pretty
only one that
much,
put the
yeah.
plates
Were you
in the
the
bin,
only one doing the washing up?
pretty much. Yeah.
I can't
So
believe
you got paper plates.
so you didn't have to do the washing up anymore.
Communicating with
fuck.
Yeah,
no,
did you
no,
talk
no.
to her?
It was with. I've talked to you about this.
Oh, that's
off
right. No,
stream.
She would. That's
like-
right, because she
yeah.
would chuck a tantrum over the dishes. Like she would lose her. She was an angry,
Then
nasty
why didn't she
woman.
do the dishes?
She would chuck a tantrum if she had to do them. She'd chuck a tantrum like I fucking hate that.
Get like
Yeah, she sounds
Furious,
really
like, white
great.
knuckle
Did
kind
she
of,
punch
like-
a wall?
Did she have like parents that did
Probably.
everything? Like, how do you get to that point?
Meth.
That's when you leave. You know what? We don't know these things when we're young. We just stick around and hope that it gets better, and it
Anyway,
doesn't.
back to the dumpies story. So we're driving around. I'm like, oh, what a dumpies is like dumpster diving for food. I was like, yeah, that's kind of like, there's a lot of good food that gets thrown out.
I mean, as someone who worked at Woolworths, yes, I agree.
Right?
A lot of stuff
Yeah.
does get
I was
written
like,
off.
I can see this is like kind of okay. We'll see where it goes.
Connor's
And then I was
face.
like, you know what?
First date.
First date
and then I,
dumpster
and then I
diving.
asked her. I was like, wait, what is dumpies? What are they? And
Yeah,
she's like,
now you ask her.
yeah, now I ask her. And she's like, when like people are smoking cigarettes and they don't finish it and they like throw it on the ground and there's like a little bit of tobacco left in the cigarette.
So, like a homeless person, just go around picking up all those.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
what she
And
wanted
And then
to
she would
do.
get the tobacco out of that and then use that as spin for
To smoke
her-
bongs.
to like with weed and just like
Smoking bongs, and it's such a fucking Australian thing.
I'm speechless.
It's such an Australian
bro.
thing.
I was like, no, I'm good. I did
She
not.
was
I
nuts, though,
like, that
like,
was
'cause
fucking
the thing
wild.
that-
and you saw her again?
yeah.
Yeah, but the stories are nuts. Like she had a story about like just
Pussy
fucking.
was too good.
So
clearly.
he had a story about she just fucks off for 2 weeks on a bender.
It was 3 days.
3 days, sorry.
A dumpy bender?
She fucks off for 3 days on a bender. Doesn't tell her family who she lives with.
Doesn't tell work.
Doesn't tell anyone what's
Doesn't
going
tell
on,
any-
and then
like,
just
literally
rocks,
no one.
rocks up home and is like, "Oh, hey, I'm back." And they're like, "What the fuck is going on? We thought you were dead."
There was a missing persons report.
Oh my god!
my
I think
goodness.
the story
She
that you told me
disappeared.
about how she wanted to meditate, so she went onto a train track and sat in between 2 train tracks.
It was like underneath the train. It was like the bridge that goes over, and it was like
So not on
underneath,
the
not
track.
on the train track.
Still
but like
enough to go.
underneath. Yeah, yeah. With
so,
like
so could
hair
she
that's
be?
like,
So she could be? Could the
She'd be
train see
scalped.
her?
if she popped her head up, yeah, which she did, and then popped her head back down, and then like rested on the side of the train that was going on.
Do you have to? Do you have to trespass to get there?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, then no.
Yeah, are you thinking near the PCYC?
If it's like a
Yeah.
normal safe
okay.
bridge, it
It's
wouldn't be
not a
dangerous.
normal-
Yeah, it
It
sounds
was,
like,
like,
okay,
trespassing,
so it was
like-
dangerous. Yeah, that's fucked up because I remember she didn't understand why that was wrong.
The train beeped at her, honked at her.
Oh,
my
that
God,
means they
dude.
thought someone
I
was
feel
going to
so
die.
bad
Yeah,
for train
yeah,
drivers
that-
because they would be
They'd be
killing
dealing
people
with
every
shit
year.
all the time.
My anxiety when I was seeing her was so high, like because I thought she was on the brink of fucking death all the fucking time. And like,
She probably
oh my
likes
God.
people thinking that though.
Yeah.
Probably
It was
thrives off
pretty
that.
wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, she coughed up blood once. And
Yeah, 'cause she
I was
smoked
like,
fucking
she
bongs.
was smoking so much. And I was like, that's fucking
Smoking
wild.
tobacco, dude. Like, just
Yeah.
huffing bongs of tobacco. Like, Jesus Christ. I can't imagine what happened when vapes came out. 'Cause that was pre-vape.
Oh, she would have been looking
gone,
for
mate.
cardies, doing cardies, looking for empty
No, the
cartridges.
vape people are different. They accept their defeat quick. Vape people aren't
I saw a
sucking the
video
juice
the
out of
other
one.
day of a girl on the beach with her friend and a vape, and they're looking at it and screaming because they realized it says on the back, one vape is 12 packets of
Yeah,
cigarettes.
no shit it is.
But
no
they didn't
fucking
realize.
shit.
It's like, no, of course it is.
Dude, it's
like a whole-
concentrated nicotine.
Yeah.
And in Australia, I don't know about. I don't think they have them in America, but in Australia, those disposable vapes is a very Australian epidemic. Those colourful disposable ones. In America, I think they're different. And like
They're
they had the
refillable.
jewels and stuff, like the thinner ones that got banned, and then they have like their vapes are a bit, and they have a lot of weed pens. I know they have like vape pens.
Dry herb vapes. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Whereas here, it's the
But-
fucking disposable nicotine ones that are like poison. Like,
But also cigarettes are cheap as fuck in America.
Mm-hmm.
So if
but
you're going
cheaper. They've gone up as well. They've been taxed.
there's no way they'd be near what.
Oh
we're
no,
paying.
we're paying like $60 for a fucking pack of ciggies here. I don't smoke. I bought one pack of ciggies in my life, smoked half a cigarette, and went, I don't know why I did this, and then gave them away and was like, I fucking hate smoking.
Cigarettes are to be
gross.
bummed. They're never bought.
I
to be
just
bummed.
don't smoke.
Yeah.
I can't bum
tried
durries.
one at a party once, tasted disgusting. Then I read that it's bad for your skin elasticity, and I never looked at them again.
It made me throw up. I had a cigarette and I threw up, but I also had a cigar and I threw up. I'm just not good with tobacco.
Cigars are
Smidge
awesome.
is the
Cigars are
cutest
good.
thing ever.
I love
She
pipes
has
as well.
snuggled under my
For
jumper
my
here.
brother's 18th, we all sat around and had a cigar. It was very good.
You had a tobacco pipe phase.
Still have it.
My dad has a pipe. He
Still
smokes
have
a
the
pipe.
face.
Still have I thought you said
pretty
just talking
cute.
about tobacco pipes.
I have a pipe. My great grandfather's tobacco pipe. It's beautiful.
I got
so
my
nice.
grandfather's pipe as well. It's like
Actually,
mini.
guys-
It's so cool.
Stop copying me.
Father's Day is coming up for Australians in like 2 weeks, and I
Mm-hmm.
need ideas for my dad and also for my partner who is a dad. And
Get
I'm
him
like completely lost.
What did you say? He's a pipe smoker.
My dad, well, he more does cigars now, but I buy him cigars all the time.
Maybe some
I don't
Billabong
love
board
buying him
shorts.
things that are really bad for him. Some Billabong shorts.
Some
Yeah.
Billabong board shorts.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
saw this great product where it's a remote control device like this, and it has a flashlight that pulsates like
Oh,
this.
that could be good for
and
your
you
father.
control the pulse
my
and the
father.
lift. So,
Yeah. So
it's like a game.
And you chuck your phone up there. So if he's into Candy Crush, like most old men,
Have you considered maybe some? Is this for your father?
Or for my partner, either or. I'm taking ideas for both.
So I think for your father,
Yeah.
some Billabong board shorts.
Yeah.
Maybe
Billabong thongs.
some Billabong thongs. Could be
barbecue
good.
scraper.
Oh, barbecue scraper. That's very Australian.
Actually, barbecue stuff is not a bad idea.
Yeah, get him some sausages.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe get your father a 24 pack of Coles sausages. And for your partner,
Yeah.
have you considered giving him something to calm the fuck down when he's sick?
What about you get him a prop pirate gun?
Nah, that's a
very
shitty. Nah, it's a
specific.
dumb
That's-
But he
fucking
likes
an alliance
pirates.
thing.
stupid fucking present. Only
I
an
reckon he
idiot would want
secretly
that.
wants to be a pirate.
Maybe I think he just really
Pretty
enjoys
sick.
dressing up. Maybe I'll just buy him a costume.
Maybe just let him be in some CrackerMilk videos for his gift. He'd love that.
He actually probably
He
would.
would. He loves us. The look on your
He
face when he
loves
was
you
around
guys
us
so
and he
much.
made fuck jokes and was like, I've never heard you talk like this.
I know. You think your partner's one thing, and then you bring them around the CrackerMilk team, and they turn into
We do make people.
They
The thing
They
is,
devolve.
everyone,
Yeah.
everyone
Does.
everyone regresses.
regresses. Yeah, he
when
does. I saw his
they're
little
here.
lizard male brain just pop right
It's got
out to
nothing
the
do with-
frontal lobe.
It's got nothing to do with male
and
brain.
wake up.
We're worse than that. We're
I don't
pathetic.
know. Is it the cloud of testosterone who just starts going?
Well, you find Stiffy and Boom Boom funny.
Yeah,
That's a CrackerMilk
Sorry,
issue.
that's-
That's like a sickness.
It's the best.
It's not. Stiffy and
the
Boom Boom.
fucking-
That's a
Hilarious,
classic
most
Elias
hilarious.
one-liner, and it's the best. Is that going on a
Stiffy and a
shirt?
boom boom.
No, Stiffy and
No.
Boom Boom's not going in a shirt.
I can put some boom boom on a shirt for you if you'd like.
And some stiffy.
I would laugh if
Oh.
Elias. I might get you a shirt that just reads, I've got a big stiffy.
It's an arrow that says,
If
I'm
it
with
doesn't have,
Stiffy.
it
I'm
needs
with
to have
Stiffy.
stiffy and boom boom.
I just like
Whole
a
thing.
shirt that says, I've got a big stiffy. The most like stupid phrase.
I'm with Stiffy, and then I'm with boom boom.
What about
And it's like-
what about erectile function with an arrow? not erectile
Erectile.
dysfunction. You have erectile.
Erectile function. Yeah, I suffer from erectile function. I get healthy erections.
My foot is in the way. Sorry. There you go.
Damn it, Emily. Get your feet out of the bloody way.
Smidge is so comfortable right now.
Yeah, she's cute.
I would throw that ball like a pigskin if I could. I would toss her like an American football through the air.
I was going to say, she's not a ball.
Chuck the pig.
Land a perfect spiral with that dog. Pick her up and throw her through the air like a perfect spiral. Pest control guy came in the other day. Said, "Is it dog
Are you up
safe?"
to
And he
code?
went, "Yeah, it's dog safe. All the stuff I'm using."
She a pest?
Do they like to lick though? Are they going to lick? That might be a problem. Do dogs like to fucking lick? Yeah.
Connor also has frogs, and he said, "Are my frogs gonna be okay?" And he goes, "Yeah, as long as you don't have fish."
Frogs are basically fish.
Wait, you actually had a pest
Yeah,
control
yeah,
guy
yeah,
come in?
yeah.
What for?
What the fuck do you think for, Emily?
Oh, sorry for Elias.
Yeah.
Yes. God, and his butt fleas.
I have to take all my clothes off, put my arms
do
up,
you
and then
have,
spin around while he just goes.
The landlord
just
just does it.
oh,
yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah,
just
yeah.
I
take
have
a
to
spray.
spread open my cheeks as well, so it gets deep up in there.
Mate,
Yeah.
you
Get
don't
rid of
have
all
to
the-
spread anything.
I got a lot of worms and pests
you go
up
like
there.
this,
Okay,
and you're full starfish open.
When you
Just slightly bent.
when you're cooking and peeling veggies, do you put all the scraps up your ass because you got so many worms up there for a compost?
oh, of course.
Yeah, that's
it makes
healthy.
it makes the best
fertilizer.
fertilizer.
But you
like-
say fertilizer and then just shit.
so.
Yeah, he just shits it back.
It's
Just
still
shits it back
fertilizer.
out. Well,
Elias comes up to me sometimes at work and goes, "Look, Earthworm Jim," and he holds a little worm on his finger.
that is fucked up.
That's
Laugh so hard now.
I miss Tamara.
Oh my god, how fucking
Whoa.
rude! Goop's right next to you. You miss Tamara.
What the fuck?
I don't miss
I'm
Tamara.
just
I don't. Yeah, I like that. There's not a
No,
shrill,
I
annoying, nasally voice.
Just love her so much. I love her so much, and she's a girl, and I like girls. And
Don't be so shitty that you're here and it's all boys today.
excuse me, I'm having the best time. Elias
Yeah,
is my best
clearly you're
friend.
having the best
All the
time.
girls are on that one couch.
So, how many people have mistaken you for Pedro Pascal since you've been blonde, or has it been none now?
How many times have you told your
Zero.
girlfriend about your ants in your car?
or the glass.
You haven't discussed
Zero.
that? Fiberglass? You discussed that?
No, take that one to the grave.
What about the car, the quality of the car? Have you discussed that?
Yeah.
She's
I
seen it.
have.
Yeah. First time.
She would have seen it.
Did she go, "Oh, it's a bit shit"?
No, I explained it to her before she got in the
You
car.
can get away with it. It doesn't
Did she
feel
have
shit
a car?
at the moment.
Yeah.
It's fine.
cool.
She's a whole adult.
Oh,
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I know. It's great. It's crazy.
It's so crazy.
Have you told her
Silly.
about your interests, the things you like to do? Have you told her you like to play MMOs? You got to be honest. Have you told her about you love Lord of the Rings Warhammer?
Yeah.
Did you show her?
Yeah, I did.
Did she
I
like
told-
Lord of the
I
Rings?
told-
Oh!
I
Yeah,
talked
how
about
did
it
she
for like
react?
about half an hour on the first date,
Oh,
and she was
that's cute.
into it.
Yeah, because
She
she,
was like,
She's the skit we're trying to make, which is I will jump your bones. So whatever you say is great.
if
I
you
just
like,
fucking
if you're
love it.
if you're like pretty into a guy, you'll let him talk for whatever he wants.
Yeah,
for a
It was
while.
fun.
what weird hobby is she into?
Crochet.
that's not weird.
Oh,
that's
that's
nice.
cute.
It's a cool hobby.
No, it's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
weird.
Why is
That's
that
weird.
weird?
I didn't think weird. I just thought
Well,
hobby.
You know.
What does
I
she
don't-
crochet?
Dick-
Is she shit at it? Is she
you
bad at
you
it?
spoke
She's good.
30 minutes about minis. What did she talk about for 30 minutes?
I don't know. I wasn't listening.
I was just thinking about models the whole time.
That doesn't shock me.
Actually, I didn't ask.
I
her
can
a single
imagine you
question.
ranting about models and her going, "Oh yeah, cool. I like doing this," and she talks for 20 minutes,
Oh,
and you
yeah,
go,
yeah.
"Yeah," and the Sauron model I'm painting, and you just can't let it go.
I remember the first date that I had
Yeah,
after getting divorced.
Yeah.
The first proper date. I had no dating etiquette.
etiquette.
Economic.
And I trauma dumped on this man for like half an hour about my ex-husband.
Did you sleep with him?
No.
He ran away. He was like, "No thanks."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went, what did I do wrong? I looked so
A
good.
girl walked up to me.
Apparently it counts what you say as well.
A girl I once hooked up with before I hooked up with her came in and then detailed how she had to get an abortion
Oh,
late
Oh,
the
well,
year
you can just
before,
nut
and I was
now.
like, it was uncomfortable. It was uncomfortable.
that's not really first date chat.
Wasn't a first date.
I
It
also
was just like a hookup.
had
Oh.
a date where someone spoke about their ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I took him to the
Museum. Dude, what the fuck's with you in this fucking museum shit? do you know about this? Have we spoken about
Does he
this?
take everyone to the museum?
When he's done with he takes them on dates only in South Bank because he needed an escape plan. And when he was done with them, he would go to the museum with them, make him look at an exhibit, and then physically run away.
Are you
Not
serious?
run, just walk away.
Just leave.
He would leave.
Why
It
didn't
started
you just
because
say,
there was
I
a
don't want to
girl-
be
Oh,
here
you look at
anymore?
this.
No.
Look at this
It
painting.
started-
I'll look at this painting.
It started
over
with
here.
this girl that I'm not a very sexual person, and it started off way too sexual. And I was like, was like, that I'm not very comfortable with that stuff, blah, blah. And she just kept pushing and pushing, and I
Okay,
felt
I'd abandoned
super
her at a
uncomfortable.
museum too.
And then I was like, okay. And she goes,
You're
no,
so
let's keep
quick to
hanging
sway.
out and like touching and stuff. I'm like, I'm still not very comfortable. So I just went,
Ease into that, yeah.
we were like, I don't know what to do. So I went, let's go to the museum. And then I was in there and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Why
go.
am I
You
wasting
can
my
just
fucking time?
leave.
And I left. And then I went on another date with a girl who was the exact same. And I went,
Let's go to the museum. I had a mate. This is like this. He's not a mate anymore, so I don't even feel bad. But this is the most pathetic thing I've heard a man do to a woman. Goes on a date. As he's on this date in a bar, he's messaging us. He goes, "Boys, I think I've been catfished a little bit. This girl's rocked up to the date, and he's like, boys, she's really unattractive. I do not find this person attractive. She's really, really gross." And then she's sitting down, they're like chatting, and it hurts thinking about it. And he like goes, let's get some drinks. And he goes up to the bar and he's just doing it to talk to us. He's like, I do not want to be here. This person is so gross. Like, and apparently she was really nice. She was just unattractive. He's like, I definitely don't want to sleep with her. This is so gross. What do I do? And be like,
She's not worth
why don't
anything
you
if I
just
can't fuck
fucking,
her.
yeah, literally, why don't you just tell her you're not feeling it and leave?
Yeah, leave.
She
would appreciate
he
having her
messaged
night
me
back.
and he was like, I told her I'm ordering drinks. I'm running away. And he's messaging me. He's like, I've just
That's
run away.
rough.
I've just run away. I'm leaving. Oh my God. And as he ran away from the fucking place, he removed and blocked her. So he literally sat her down, said, I'm going to go get us drinks. And
small dick energy.
and then was like, I don't know what to do. So he abandons this woman at the start of her date without telling her and then blocks her.
Wow.
That's fucking insane. Dude, just tell her
tell
you're
her.
done. If you don't want to see her again, what's the
That's
problem?
so-
I've said to a guy
Cowardly, dude.
once,
Yeah.
like 10 minutes into the date, hey, I'm going to go.
Yeah.
And he went, oh. And I went, yeah, look, I think it's easy to tell pretty quickly whether or not there's any chemistry, and I have no interest in seeing anything further with you. Thanks
smell
for
like-
being so lovely.
you smell
And
like dick cheese.
let's just enjoy
can
the rest
smell
of
that.
our night. You go do what you want and I'll go do what I want. And thanks for having me. But yeah, it's just not for me.
But what
and he
I
was
want to
like,
do is
thanks
stalk
for telling
you.
me.
I just want to stalk you all night. So can I do that?
Oh, plenty of those.
Yeah,
my
it's-
Instagram DMs right now. Oh, should I find some good ones while
Go
you
for
talk?
it. I don't care. My Instagram DMs are just Chris, the guy who plays dad, sending me videos of people
Mm.
with disabilities laughing at them.
yeah.
That's all he does. Every fucking video. It's just some poor guy with some ailment
I get
trying to live.
DMs from people because I did a video on my own YouTube channel about Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate was popular.
Mm-hmm.
And some of his friends followed me, his really popular buddies and his brother, and messaged me and said, hey, we actually liked that video. I went, oh, Andrew Tate's group sound pretty good. This was before they,
Yeah,
I was like, they seem like they know that they're making fun of themselves. And
No.
turns out they're not.
It
But
turns out they're
he
not.
follows me and now they're like millions of followers. And I get followed by random motherfuckers and they'll message me and be like, hey man, can you reach out to Tate? I got this business idea.
Oh my
Can you just like send him through this link? And I'm just like,
I don't think he cares unless it's about human trafficking.
Yeah,
but
sorry,
it's like
he's
these,
busy with his
I don't
ladies.
even like,
I was positive I am done with white girls. Then Miss Aussie came across my screen. Love heart, eye emoji.
That's not that bad.
That's not too
what's-
bad.
I get gay men.
how do you give up on white girls?
I got a message from someone from 4 years ago who was like, sorry, I didn't respond. Like 4 years ago, I must have hit her up to hook up some like girl off Tinder at some point. Didn't respond to me on Instagram. 4 years later, sends me a message saying, hey, I am now free. I was in a relationship.
Oh,
Years, dude.
wow. She remembered you.
Yeah, clearly. Fucking hell, eh? Mayday, mayday.
I think I must delete all the gross ones.
I wouldn't.
She's deleted your
I
message.
did get hit up by someone on my
send
email
it
this
again.
morning to ask if I could film myself stomping on the floor, and he would superimpose himself as a really small man getting stomped on.
That sounds cool.
That's cool. That's based.
Yeah, it's really great.
Attack on Titan moment, you know?
I just want to make sure Australia is not known as like breakdancing country.
We're not. It's only
I want to make
Channel 9
sure.
and Channel
Oh,
10.
Australia, yeah, you breakdance bad. It's like, yeah, we fucking do. And if it was up to me, that woman would be deported to fucking some other place. I don't know where.
Any
What-
danger of me marrying the dimple in your chin? That's an interesting one.
that's odd.
Any danger?
Um,
Probably because, the danger is it's attached to a human. You fucking
Yeah.
sick weirdo.
That's pretty dangerous.
Crickets smell bad.
Okay.
I feed my
Okay.
frogs crickets and they fucking stink. And it's made me not like them as much. And it's made it easier to feed them to my frogs. I've created a visceral hate for the crickets, so I don't feel guilty.
Have you ever eaten cricket
Yeah.
protein
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit.
powder thing?
Yeah, I'll fucking smash
So-
I
that
don't
shit.
particularly want to
Doesn't
eat
matter.
that.
It's just
It's
bug.
good shit.
So the next level is to get a French guy, feed him the frogs.
No,
You'll hate
I'm
the
not
frogs.
sacrificing the frogs, man.
And then you feed the French guy to
Can I keep the French
bigger
guy in a
humans.
tank?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that for sure. I
Yeah,
fucking
of
love
course.
feeding frogs to the
You
French.
don't even need a tank. They have a fake one.
Oh, you just paint their faces white.
yeah,
They're fucked.
They're fucked. Put them in the shadow realm.
Yeah, why have prisons with jail cells? Just paint all of them like mimes,
Yeah.
and then they can't go
Or
anywhere.
just make it paint it like an optical illusion. They can't find their way out.
And why are they
And
always?
if they can find their way out, then they earn
They're
their
smart.
freedom.
They're smart enough. They're smart enough for society. Why are convicts always in bright orange suits? It's dehumanizing. You're turning them into a number. I
That's
think
America.
tuxedos.
I don't know if that's Australia.
Australia has. We have.
Is it also a bright
like
orange?
green or blue? But instead of a jumpsuit, tuxes.
Right, and they have to keep them pressed.
Keep them,
dapper.
they have to keep them incredibly well looked after.
Yeah,
Because
like
like,
the
in
army.
African countries, poor African countries, they wear their Sunday best, and like that, the whole thing is like they'll be living in mud and sticks, and their clothes are pristine because they care so much for the church and like their belief system and their culture. So we apply that, but instead of it being poor countries suffering from poverty and colonialism, it's convicts and tuxes. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine getting shivved and you're dapper and you're getting shivved and it's like Peaky Blinders because you're in a tuxedo and they go but the pinkies are
I
out
like
as you're getting shivved. The pinkies are out as you're getting shivved. Oh no, the blood's on my suit. And then you get in trouble and you go to solitary confinement, not because you ratted out, but because you got blood on your tux.
Hey, you, I like the cut of your yib. And then you start stabbing and shaking them and then you steal their,
I didn't get that.
their yib.
And
I get
when
that.
you
What's
go
a
into
yib?
prison, they say just don't go near the guy that says yib.
Yeah, what's a
He's
yib?
fucking
Do you know
weird.
my dad was
It's
a prison
Yib.
guard for years
JIB.
and years?
Was he really?
Yeah, it was after he was a drill sergeant.
Did he
in the
bribe
army.
anyone?
No, but he made a lot of arts and crafts. He was the guy that like took them for their leisure time, so he'd take them out for exercise.
So he got the fun time.
And then he also would one of the criminals taught him how to do leather work. So my dad made me a handbag.
That's cool.
Usually I make it out of faces and skin, but
It makes me sad that prisoners are paid like a slave wage. I think that's crazy. That
they
they're
shouldn't
paid
get
like,
paid shit.
They should get paid way more. They get paid like 10 cents an hour
No,
or
it's
something.
really bad.
It's like,
yeah.
it's like give them a bit more, man. They're like, I'm saving up for a packet of Doritos. It's like, fuck me. Like,
I reckon we should just start sending them to space
yes.
and colonizing and just let them.
So rehabilitation is just off the table?
No, they run their own colony. They're all.
Oh,
you,
yeah.
you study to be an astronaut, you're fucking rehabilitated. Those are tough lessons.
That's
Yeah.
true.
and one might just explode.
Well,
every
do you know what?
3.
Australia started off with all the convicts and we did just fine. So
And look at us now. We're representing breakdancing in the Olympics.
You know what's crazy is they didn't just represent, they took all the petty criminals, took them over here, and they were like, here you go, have some fucking land.
and we were like,
Imagine getting sent to prison and they're like, hey, you're going somewhere else forever. You're never going home. And also, you're going to get as much free land as you want.
I don't know if it works quite like that.
They literally would work. They would do their time, serve their sentence, and then at the end of their sentence, they'd be given land to farm until, because they wanted to colonize it. So the convicts were the ones colonizing.
When you go to that island, because it's a convict.
St. Helena?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can just say it. I don't give a shit.
St.
Everyone knows where I
Helena.
fucking live.
it's sad when you like find out
It's
they
a
were,
leper island.
Oh.
After it was a convict island, so all the buildings were built by like slave prisoners, and they're made of like this shitty stone that's made of shells, so it just like cuts you.
And they rarely escaped because it was sharks. Because there was so many bull sharks, and the
Still
weather
is.
was so gnarly around the island that when people tried to escape to Brisbane, down to Moreton Bay region, they would often just get taken away or like smashed by the waves. And there was a few escapes. Maybe
Gotta
like
risk it for the biscuit.
There was like 12 escapes, and all those people were never found again. So they just, what that means is they got that. Imagine living in a time where you could escape prison, be like, sweet, I don't have to fucking worry. I'm going to go now and live amongst the bush and start a life. Probably have a house. Like, crazy now that if you try to do that, it's like, sweet.
It's pretty
well,
hard, easy to
I'm going to get
track you
tracked down
down.
in 5 seconds.
A lot of the time,
well.
they would swim across and they'd get to Brisbane and go, oh, and they'd swim back.
Yeah. Guys, there was a school shooter and he killed a bunch of kids. Why didn't you go in there? There was a school shooter and he shot a bunch of kids. Why the fuck would I go in there? That sounds scary as shit. That's cops in America.
Yeah, cops are cool.
They had a gun, dude, in there. That's scary.
Yeah, imagine hearing a cop say that. Dude, they had a gun.
I would just go in and simply kill the shooter.
I would simply arm every child with a
Explosive
with
collar
a butterfly knife and a Glock 19. And I would arm a single child via a completely random process with a suicide collar. Their job is to sprint as quickly as they can. Now, don't get drastic. We're not saying these kids are going to explode. It's just that the threat of explosion from a kamikaze child is enough to deter shooters.
And-
but the shooter's going to be in the class, so they have to see that the collars are real and they could explode. So,
But what if it's the kid with the collar that is doing the shooting?
Well, you can detonate him straight away, can't you?
yeah,
silly
you can
boy?
blow them up.
See, it's a win-win. The thing is, too, 5-year-old with the M16 gets killed, right? M16's useless. Now the killer has it. 5-year-old gets shot, becomes a landmine at that point. You just bait the kid.
Put him at the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So instead of what we're doing,
The skull becomes shrapnel.
So instead of ancient history, geography, and social sciences, we are now going to be training
Sprinting.
kids from 5 to 16 in SAS training, the Secret Australian Service. Is that what it is?
No.
What is it?
Secret Arms Service.
Yeah, it's because the SAS is
Yeah,
English
as well. Anyway, we're going to train children to be highly combative. So wait, if we train all the kids, we're training the shooter.
Yeah, but how many more kids than a shooter? It's always outnumbered.
But if we're training the kids, we're training the shooter. And whatever
Yeah.
strats we give the kids, the
The shooter
gonna
will have
Fake out
and then what,
strats.
and
We
then,
teach 'em bad
and then what if they
strats.
become like a SWAT team?
Yeah.
A SWAT team of school shooters.
But then if all the school
We're
shooters are shooting up together,
dude.
they're-
This is fucking. This is teaching the hijackers how to fly school, dude. Like it doesn't. We're in
okay,
trouble.
this is what you teach them: bad tactics. You load their guns with bullets that when they fire them, they blow themselves.
But we don't
up.
tell them that.
We don't tell
They're
them.
backwards guns.
Backwards guns.
I think. What about this? We arm the youngest grades, the 5 and 6 year olds, where they're so easily influenced, but still too young to want to commit a massacre. So they're really easy to tell what to do. Those are our frontline assault firers and shooters, right? Because those are typically the ones dying disproportionately by people. Okay, and then what we do after that is the older grades are always entering the school under threat. So visualize like Coney 2012, his child soldier army, but in American high schools, and that's for protection.
I think what we do is we have metal detectors. We have once every 4, you have an actor walks through, metal detector goes off, cop gets him on his knees, executes him. Keeps the kids aware that if they're bringing guns in, they're going
I'm
to
a
be
little
caught.
concerned about the amount of death. We don't want to be inappropriate here. We want,
No,
we
but
want an
think of the
army of
percentage.
5-year-olds that are armed with Glock 19s and M16s. We don't want to be doing something controversial by killing kids.
Well, they are children, so all the guns should be 9mm for easy control.
Yeah. What if we make 1 in every 5 kids execute their parents so they're extra committed to the cause? Because that's a Coney 2012 thing.
And every day you check the bullets, and if a bullet's missing, you lose a hand.
Yes, that's
Unless you can bring a
good.
body and prove that the bullet was used, you lose a hand.
Now, the teachers in each class, teachers are not going to massacre a school because they would have done that long ago. Kids are annoying. Teachers don't often want to be armed. They want to teach class. Now,
What do you
I
want to do,
think-
Emily?
I would like to not teach anymore, which is kind of good that it's happening. When I do have to go to school at the moment these days and I'm just walking through the playground, I'll have the older kids point to me and just say, YouTube. And I go,
And in America, it's You're next. Isn't it crazy
I just
that
Don't
walk
come to
past
school
and go,
tomorrow.
That wasn't me.
Isn't it crazy
wasn't
that
me."
your biggest fear at school is getting recognized and not getting shot up by a disgruntled student that you
Oh,
upset
I
2
don't know
years
how
ago?
American teachers actually like. Why would you choose that career?
Because their
There are
culture accepts violence too much. It's gun culture, dude. Even the most sane Americans will have takes on gun culture where I am like, only Americans think like
No,
guys.
but the school shooting is like a whole. How do they? They probably don't have many teachers. Did you know
They have fuckloads
No,
of teachers.
wait.
Their credentials are terrible though. You don't even
in
need
America,
a uni
you
degree.
don't need to have a teaching
No, you
degree
don't.
to be a substitute.
Yeah,
you can just turn up and do it.
Which is cool because you could have Chuck Norris be your substitute teacher, Arnold. It could be anyone.
A school shooter. A school shooter could be a.
I could be a substitute.
Oh, okay, we
fuck,
need to
I
change
would,
the
I would
rules now.
massacre that fucking classroom.
Oh.
But
Just
you'd
you.
be terrified of disciplining the kids in case they come
Yes,
back with
but
a gun.
isn't that a fucking crazy concept that there's one country in the whole world and it's the strongest one shooting up all the little kiddies?
Yeah, it's like Rome.
and
you
they
know?
also won't convert to the metric system.
Yeah, that's more upsetting. I'll be fully honest with you guys. I am suffering from some writer's block, and I have been for like 2 weeks. So these guys know this, but like we
Yeah.
shot one fucking video today. It's been such a slog. I don't know.
Just take some decongestion tablets.
Okay, but I think commenters, audience, if you guys have things you do or things you want to see, fucking tell me. Because I'm struggling right now. I want to make longer
They
content.
tell you.
We're thinking
They
of,
tell you in the comments all the time.
It's awesome. I acknowledge it. We
So
acknowledged
they
it in the
said they
last
wanted more Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, but I can't just like.
But Connor doesn't like to repeat. When the dating one, the interpreter one did really well, and I was like, we need to make a part 2. Connor never likes to do that.
That's not true. I'll do it again, but it has to be because there's another idea that's really funny, not
Yeah.
because the idea was successful.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's just
That's fair,
it
that's
never
fair.
works.
It's a
Every
bit.
time,
Becomes
every
a bit.
time, it's like let's do this again. It fails. It has to be let's do
This again, but better.
pretty much.
We're thinking of doing some longer form content in the form of excursions or
Yeah,
adventures.
I want to do that. I
I
just
like
20-minute
excursions.
ish kind of just like, vlogs of
Yeah.
us going on cool
Be really
adventures
fun.
and stuff.
I think I just
that'll
want to
be really
do
fun.
some really like get more and more production orientated and get like when Tam's into because we're going to get Tam in to do scheduling and organizing and admin and stuff and producing. But I just need to I've just had a fucking writer's block. It's because there's 1,000 videos on the channel. Like I looked at how many fucking videos. It's like I've sat here for
Yeah, because
years.
you've made everything. It's all done.
Everything's done to
Everything's
be made.
been done.
But it's exhausting and I am tired. So I'm sorry. But we will continue to try. I want to fucking make some stuff that makes me money. Hearing some dickhead online make a 20-minute video, get 3 million views and make $26,000 in ad revenue from a 20-minute video when we get 10 million views on a vid and we make $1,000 because it's short form.
Okay. We just need to do some vlogs. People think, well, that will be so fun. Follow us around as we try bouldering.
I think the only problem with vlogs is it's not normal content, and I feel like
it's completely different.
the amount of effort put in will.
No, because you just film what you're doing and you're having fun. And people who are invested in you guys and have watched your videos for a long time would be like, oh, whenever I post
just
on
mean-
my channel like BTS stuff, the fans that you guys have that have found me and followed me love it.
It's
They're
more-
like, this is so cool.
That's not
little
my
insight.
concern. The concern is editing a 20-minute piece of content is a lot of work. Like the concern is that it's going to take a long. When we used to do the old vlogs, I would spend a lot of time cutting those and writing scripts. It takes a lot of effort.
You gotta do less. Do less. Don't film the whole day. Whip out your phone a few times. Bada bing, bada boom.
I feel like we don't
Economize.
do anything. Like I used to edit vlogs, and
Like-
if you're not doing something exciting, it just
Yeah, it'd
comes
be a
off
nightmare,
like
right?
it's just shit.
Guys,
No one
I'll
wants to
just
watch
do
that.
it. Okay, don't even worry. Let's go do something fun. I'll film it on my phone. Oh, these guys.
I reckon there's one big video we have, which is fridge president.
Yeah, but that's not a 20-minute video. Even at
Yeah,
3
but it's
minutes, it's not
longer
going to.
than-
It's not going to yield us.
Oh
what
my
we
god,
want.
we never did fridge.
We're still doing. We're still going to do
president.
it. It's going to get done.
Yeah, great.
Just annoying. Can't do the assassination punchline because
Yeah, we can. Fuck it.
No, we can't.
Well, it's JFK.
Yeah.
We can't. We can't. It cannot come out before that election. That election is so violent, so geared with violence. We can't do that joke. Sincerely, it's not happening. And you know me, I don't give a fuck. That will be pulled apart. Like, it just won't come off well.
I don't remember the punchline. So
What
I'm
if
just
it
nodding.
looked
Punchline is
You don't
the-
have to explain it because
Well,
then we don't.
No, they can hear it. But the fridge
Okay.
gets assassinated, lieu of by a microwave, and the whole joke is it's JFK assassination.
Oh,
But
yeah.
but Trump just got shot in the fucking ear, and like,
Yeah, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah.
But whatever makes you most comfortable. Who cares?
What's his
But
name got shot in the 80s?
Everyone's gets shot as
Yeah,
president.
but
That's
it's
what
like
Americans do. They love it.
Releasing
And a shoe.
releasing a video where like
Someone got shot.
one side of politics is incredibly violent.
We'll
and
just
we're
wait till
making a
after the
joke.
election then.
Well, then it won't work.
But if you had like someone in a car and they were wearing the pink dress, I feel like that's clearly
Yeah,
such
but
a
it's just more like a
JFK.
political assassination after an attempted political assassination, right before a really, really, really important election where one side's really violent, where you've got the government saying, "Hey, if we win, that side's going to like perform some fucking sincere domestic terrorism," like
And become a dictatorship.
yeah, and all that stuff's
How
really
bizarre.
all that stuff's really concerning, and it doesn't bother me. I don't think the joke's bad. It's just more that if we make that and that's the punchline, the conversation's not going to be that's really fucking funny. The punchline's really
It'll
funny.
just be
It's just
about
going
the
to be about the
politics.
fucking
Yeah, I
Trump
guess so.
assassination. It's just going to turn into that, and it's going to become politicized in the wrong way. Whereas if we just think of a different punchline, it like will work.
Yeah, okay.
But saying all this, right now, the best punchline is shooting the fridge in the head. And we will if we have to. But I just want to do something else if we can.
When
anyway.
is the
What if we blow
election?
up the car that he's in instead of shooting him in the head?
Unfortunately, that's an assassination.
No, November.
November. Gosh, that's far away still.
Well, I
It's
did see.
dragging on.
I had that idea about the IRA stuff.
That's a
And,
fucking excellent idea.
Well, right now they are firebombing
What?
the English.
The IRA
Irish.
are firebombing the English.
The IRA. Have you seen the shit that's happening? And
No?
they're like throwing fucking Molotovs and shit at the cops.
Oh,
and shit.
they're doing protests. Yes. They're not it's not the fucking IRA. It's just they're protesting.
When you said IRA, I thought of IRS and I was confused. And now I'm on board.
IRS is actually worse. Than
Do you get the
IRA.
sweats when you hear IRS?
No, because I'm not American.
Do you get the sweats when you hear tax?
Nah, because my
ATO.
partner's an accountant.
Yeah. You
Just gets me horny.
committing high
Do you get stressed when you think of Waco?
What's that?
Don't worry.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the CrackerMilk podcast. If you want to catch the full episode with all the uncut, uncensored bits except for the naughty word Goob said, it will be on Patreon. You can see the whole thing there. It'll be probably 10 to 20 minutes longer. Also, we're sponsored by Gamer Subs, 10% off. Link in the
Love
description.
you, Gamer Subs. Don't forget what I said. Love you.
Thanks for another fun app. Make sure you check us out on Spotify. I got to start doing these like little fucking bits the whole way through it and talk about stuff. Thanks for listening to whatever.
Thanks,
CrackerMilk
guys.
podcast. See you guys
Peace
next
out,
week.
Gamer Subs. Love you.
Five Nights at Freddy's be like.